Halloween is coming up. Dawn hates Halloween because costumes are immature and candy is the worst. Sugary foods? Yuck! Who would put that garbage in their own bodies? Dawn, quit trying to ruin Halloween for 8-year-olds.
Argo Funk Book Review. Argo Funk Book Review.
This book is written by Ellen Miles. Dawn remembers her Halloween costume from first grade. This prompts her to recap her entire life. Then she recaps both Babysitting chapters and their members. For once, I want to see a shortened recap that only mentions the relevant club members. If Claudia isn't in this book, we don't need to spend a page telling readers about her. Dawn goes shopping with Carol. While Dawn is in the car, she hears a woman scream that the store's been robbed. Dawn sees the robber running away with a bag of merchandise. The robber conveniently trips near Dawn, so Dawn gets a very good look at them. They have a clown mask, distinctive sneakers, and a bumper sticker from the hot dog place. Dawn reports this information to the police.
He was only about 5'8" or 5'9", said Officer Garcia. Short for a man.
What? But that's taller than I am. Gosh, I never expected one of these books would make me feel insecure about my own height. The robber had a gun, although Dawn didn't see it. Everyone in town is so worried about the armed robber, they impose a strict 7 p.m. curfew. They also decide to cancel Halloween. Oh no! Please note this makes no sense. The robbery happened in the afternoon, not at night. The robbery has nothing to do with Halloween. There's no particular reason to think the kids will be in danger. And remember Mystery 12, when Thrash was murdered? There wasn't any curfew then. The police just laughed the whole thing off. But now they decide things are so dangerous the town needs a curfew? Continuity! Dawn decides to save Halloween by catching the crook. Also, the We Love Kids Club decides to cheer the kids up with a big Halloween carnival, complete with games and food. Dawn babysits for the DeWitts. Mrs. DeWitt talks about a neighbor named Timmy Ford. Timmy's parents got divorced. Timmy's mom can't afford to raise a child, so he's staying with his dad. Only his dad is out of work, and it's a big mess. Thank you for telling me the entire life story of a new character. I wonder if this has anything to do with the mystery. In the subplot, the other DeWitt family goes house hunting with the Barretts. They went house hunting in Dawn's last book. Why are they doing it again? Continuity? Well, the DeWitts find a cheap house in Greenvale with enough room for all the kids. The kids don't seem happy about it, but the adults don't notice. The babysitters notice because they obviously understand these kids better than their own parents. Mallory helps the kids build up the courage to tell their parents the truth. Dawn remembers the clown mask had a design on the tag. I was under the impression that masks have tags on the inside like most clothes do, but okay. The tag lets her identify the mask maker. Only one store in town sells that particular brand of masks, and the cashier, with a downright amazing memory, remembers all 3 people who bought clown masks this year. Our suspects are a blonde woman, a florist, and a high school track member with brown hair and a skateboard. Dawn assumes one of them must be the culprit, because she is too stupid to realize it's possible the culprit could have gotten the mask from a different cashier, a different town, or a different year. Dawn rules out the blonde woman because she doesn't fit. What? Women can't be suspects because they're women? Has Dawn read any of the other mystery books? And besides, Dawn is the one who went on a feminist crusade against Peter Pan. Of all the babysitters, she should be the one who's most likely to believe women can commit crimes. So, continuity, stop being out of character, Dawn. Dawn and the DeWitts make a fancy costume for Timmy, and Timmy's dad yells at a dog for digging in his yard. What kind of a terrible man yells at a dog? Dawn rules out the florist because he got the mask for his daughter, and she's playing with it out in the open. That's not conclusive proof of innocence, but it makes sense. So she decides the culprit is Track Guy. The girls go to track practice. Ooh, the high schoolers are so cute. 2 boys named Tom and Toby fit the description. Tom is a nice guy who helps out strangers and organizes a fundraiser for earthquake victims. So Don decides he must be innocent. Well, that's silly. Niceness doesn't prove innocence. After all, in Mystery 14, the culprit's motive was literally, he's a nice person. Continuity! Why is this book so terrible with continuity? So they rule out Tom as a suspect, leaving Toby as the final suspect. For some reason, the girls completely forget about Toby. He never gets mentioned again. I'm not kidding. The book forgets there's a fourth suspect, and it ends the suspect investigation after 3. This is just a terribly done mystery. The girls go to the hot dog place where they complain nonstop about how unhealthy the food is. The woman at the counter doesn't remember any customers who fit the culprit's description. The woman stares at them a bit, and they decide it's because she's an undercover cop, not because they're asking strange questions instead of eating. The other DeWitts, go house hunting again, but everything is too expensive. There's a happy ending when the kids find the perfect house and agree to share bedrooms. Dawn walks by Timmy's house. She sees the distinctive shoe footprints and the culprit's getaway car in the garage. Dawn calls the police and Timmy's dad is arrested. Everyone thinks that's the end of the story, but during trick-or-treating, Dawn sees a dark figure. The figure is wearing the clown mask, although the cover artist doesn't know it. There is no good reason for the culprit to wear the incriminating mask here, besides for the fact that it's the end of the book, so Dawn needs to solve the mystery. So, culprit foils their own plot. Dawn calls the police again. The culprit is Timmy's mom. She's the blonde woman who bought the mask, and she's also the hot dog worker. She confesses she needed the money to raise Timmy, even though Timmy isn't living with her. She came here to retrieve the gun, which is buried in the yard. The police thank Dawn. The Halloween party is a success, and Timmy's costume wins a prize, which is probably a small comfort considering his mom just got arrested. The end. Post-book follow-up. This book goes into some detail about Dawn's feelings towards Carol, her dad's fiancée. The crazy part? This book does a way better job of addressing the Dawn-Carol tension than the wedding book, or the book where Carol got engaged to Dawn's dad. I legitimately believe Dawn and Carol have worked out their issues now. That was honestly the best part of the book for me. I disliked the Halloween party and costume planning. I'm sorry, it was way too similar to the Halloween prep work from book 79, which came out the same month as this book. In the same way, the house hunting subplot was way too similar to the house hunting subplot in book 77. So 2/3 of the book was a failure, in my opinion, because it reused subplots from books that are fresh in my memory. If it had reused subplots from 50 books ago, I might not have noticed. The mystery was bad. I'm pretty sure I would criticize any mystery that introduces a fourth suspect only to immediately forget they exist. It was a good plot twist that the culprit was Timmy's mom, not his dad, although it's kind of a shame that plot twist only happens because Dawn assumes women can't commit crimes. Dawn made several dumb assumptions during her investigation, and there were several continuity errors. So overall, I flat out disliked this book. I give Babysitter's Club Mystery number 17, Dawn and the Halloween Mystery, a 1 out of 10. 1 point for the Carol stuff, and the fact that I was legitimately fooled by the gender plot twist.